If you are a software development business, or you are an IT business, or any business really in the tech space, then I would like to raise awareness for you to look into government contracting. The government has a lot of government contracts for businesses in your niche, and we are talking about millions and millions of dollars every single year, and that's across all federal agencies, and on top of that, the state and city governments. So there is a lot of need for software businesses to develop for the government. So if you run a development studio, or if you run some sort of tech consulting business, then you have to be looking at working with the government. And the goal with today's video is to show you an example of a company that really is a small business, but is doing really well in that space working with the government. So what I'm using here, what I'm sharing on my screen, is the partnership search for SamSearch, and these are companies that you could partner with as a government contractor. And I stumbled upon this company. They called Ensemble Government Services. They started in 2017, so an 8A business. They are Hispanic American, kind of small disadvantaged business. They primarily work in the tech space. So let's actually have a look at this company, and I'm going to show you how they're crushing it, and the amount of contracts they're getting, also the volume and the value of these contracts is just really eye-opening. So this company, if we go and look on their website, it's a very clean website, but you could tell that they are specializing in working with the government, and that's the whole business. And so you could see that their kind of messaging on the website is mainly focused at government agencies. And when you look here at their services, you can see that they have application development. One thing that's very interesting is that they have price challenge management. So what my understanding of this is, they host hackathons for government agencies. Let's say, for example, NASA wants to host a hackathon for something specific. Well, in most cases, NASA is not themselves organizing the hackathon. They kind of work with a company like this. Now, on top of this kind of organizational stuff, they do actually application development, web and mobile design, cloud services, AI, machine learning, and program management. And looking at their profile here, let's actually look and view it on SamSearch. You can see that they are focused as they view themselves as an open innovation consultancy. They are SBA certified digital consultancy. They support STEM-focused agencies such as NASA, NSF, DOE, and so on, open innovation. You can see here their certification. They are 8A business development certified. And now the interesting part, actually, before we get to the past performances, I want to show you their capability statement. I thought it was very interesting. Basically, if you're not in the space, capability statement, it's like your CV or resume, but for your business. It's what you send to government agencies, or what they request in a lot of cases to know more about your business. So you can see here that they have listed their NAICS codes, graphic design, custom computer programming services. They have here their contract vehicles as well, GSA schedule, of course. And then they have here a small brief introduction or summary about their business. And then they have here 2 client success stories, one with NASA, and this one is a mobile app development. So they did the mobile app, and then they're talking about how it got 200,000 downloads. This one is more of a communication, health, IT crowdsourcing project. You could here see their certifications, so GSA schedule, SBA. They have ISO, and then they have AWS partner. Very, very clean, and it gives you the idea of what this business is about. They have their contact information, they have their website, very clean. Now let's see how that actually reflects in terms of results for this company. So this company has worked a lot with the government. It's a recent company. They're not even 10 years old, 6, 7 years old, but they have done really well for themselves. And here we have kind of view of the contracts that they have won over the past few years. So we see here that they have this space weather model. As a small business, they won, it's $1.6 million. This one is NASA Internal Innovation and Collaboration Environment is $1.7 million. And then we have here their USAspending.gov award, and these are public information of all the contracts that they have won with the government. And I'll actually go and open up the profile on USAspending.gov so we can get a full range of all the contracts that they have won. And searching for all the years, and when you click on SamSearch, you'll get this view immediately. We can see all their contracts that they have won, and I want to go over what they actually did. So this one is $4.4 million, and it was awarded for the performance to start actually right now. So that was 2 days ago. And what it is, basically, it's a huge win for the company, $4.4 million, is some sort of empowered challenge support services. This one is a fitness challenge for $4 million. So these are more in the support professional management part. This is marketing consulting. So they worked on a campaign. This one is open innovation services, $1.4 million. It's for the crowdsourcing discovery team freelance support with NASA. Obviously, this one is space weather models. This one is video game challenge. I'm assuming each one of these, it's like some sort of a government campaign that involves tech work, and they are doing that part, and they are making millions of dollars. This one is 4.4. This one is 4 million, 1.5, 1.5, 1.1, almost $800,000 with NASA, and the list keeps going on. Obviously, all of these, you can see the dates, that the start date, 2025, 2025, 2025, 2021 ends in 2024, 2023, 2024, 2025. That's just one company. What I'm trying to show you out of this is that there are a lot of opportunities for businesses like you, and what they specialize in is very niche. Like the one with hackathons, I've never actually seen that before, but it's a government need, and somebody is fulfilling that need. When it comes to application development, web and mobile design, they are specializing in something. They have the SBA certificate. They are looking for government contracts, and they're jumping on them. They have their NAICS codes. They have their capability statement. And as a result, they're making millions of dollars working with the government. So if this is not part of your pipeline as a contracting business or even as a tech consultancy or a tech development company, then I would highly advise you to look at working with the government. And that's, as I've mentioned, with the federal government. Obviously, this company, all the contracts we have seen are only with the federal government. So I'll actually show you how you would find these contracts. So for example, I'm looking here at the federal search, and I could search for software development. This is on SamSearch, by the way. And you can see that there are contracts for software development. This one is Integrated Defense Enterprise Acquisition System. This one is some sort of a marketplace. This one is Commercial Solution Opening. This is Undersea Warfare Decision Support System. That's on the federal government side. Now, if you go to the state, local, and education, so these are all the states, cities, counties, and educational institutions, you could see that there are, this one, for example, is IT development. They seek a contract for web developer, application developer. This one is also real-time API integration for tax administration, tourist development tax solution system, transit bus, STS simulator, STO financial software services. There are a lot of these contracts. And you could also potentially work as a subcontractor with a company that already won a government contract. So you could reach out to these companies, pitch in your capabilities, and see how you could help them with a specific government contract, especially if you have a small business certificate or women-owned small business or economically disadvantaged business. Sometimes these companies, they need to subcontract to businesses like yours, small businesses. And I've shown you what a small business is doing. They're doing millions and millions of dollars. So the government's definition of a small business is different from commercial. If you are making millions of dollars, you wouldn't assume that they're a small business, but that's how the government sees them. And when we're talking about these certificates, like an SBA or women-owned small business, these are for companies which probably you would qualify for as a small business. I just wanted to raise awareness and show you a real example of a company that has won a lot of government contracts, millions of dollars over the past few years. And I highly advise you to consider looking into government procurement because it adds a lot of sales deals in your sale pipeline. So you never actually run out of opportunities. You have different buyers across different agencies, federal agencies, and also, as I've mentioned, state. So make sure to get your hands on those. You never know. Each one of these contracts is at least $1 million. It could anchor your revenue for the whole year. So we're not talking about something minor. It will be a huge positive impact for your business. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to get access to those contracts, make sure to get SamSearch. It's by far the easiest and the most comprehensive database of government contracts. So make sure to get that if you're serious about adding more business your way. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.